She slays.
She slays.
Woohoo. Hi people.
Hello everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back to Thinking Thoughts.
We're back this week with a new episode.
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh yeah.
We kept our promise.
We're trying to get back into the grind. Let's do our intros.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I can start. Hey everyone, it's Carina.
Carina.
Hey. Today, can you help me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have my boot on because I didn't want to wear it. But I thank you for your support. I have my Skims dress on today. Will you help me while I turn so I can show off my ass?
Slay!
And then my earrings are from Target.
You're so big.
I know.
You're so pretty. I was staring at the entire time we were at the Oxy thing.
The bigger the hoop, the bigger the heart.
So true.
I have my Mayfield class ring. I lost it for like 2 years and my mom just found it one day.
Slay.
My necklace is from Alpha, and I did my makeup today. And my fun fact is I've only been out of the country one time to Mexico.
Slay.
Slay.
Okay. Hi guys, it's me, Mindy. I'm wearing a little jumpsuit
So cute. You got this from Plato's?
from Savers, which was a steal. It was like $10 or less. Fun fact about me is the other day I got a Lomi massage, which is a traditional Hawaiian massage. And I feel like it just healed my soul. I really, really needed it, like really bad, and it saved me.
Slay. What are we talking about today, Miss Mindy?
We are talking about relationships. Juicy!
I feel like relationships, that's like okay, this is gonna sound dumb. Maybe I'm a little high. But, like, they are the core of what humans. Like, going all the way back to, like, the Stone Age. Like, relationships are what kept people alive.
So true.
And then they started, like, bartering and, like, trading. And then I wonder what caused, like, such anger. And, like, you know how...
so deep,
right?
and sad,
I
and
know.
dark.
But, like, let me finish with that. But, like, so, you know how people used to, like, trade?
Yes.
And, like, when did it start becoming so capitalist? And, like, why, even if people don't like it, why do we still do it? I think power.
So true.
I think people want power, but I'm grateful for the folks who, like, acknowledge that there's a problem and are like, hey, what if we, like, actually treat each other like humans instead of CEOs who have billion-dollar companies? So true. Jeff Bezos.
Boo. Mark Zuckerberg.
I hope you find these.
I hope you are watching right now. I'm just letting you know we do not like you. I don't know if I have any specific questions, but just how is it compared to how's your life now compared to how it was in September when we first moved here?
My life now. I think that Dylan has added a lot of joy to my life and has taught me a lot about relationships. Like, we're definitely learning together. It has taught me that not all men, and sometimes I still struggle with that because I get triggered and because men. And I recently had a conversation with him and I was like, well, all guys do this. He goes, no, they don't. I don't do that. I was like, what do you mean? So I think breaking that belief, and like, some men still do. They be pissing me the fuck off. I tell Mindy that every day. Men make me really angry.
Especially white men.
Oh.
Don't get us started.
My life in September, I think, I was probably going out more, but I think that also has to do with like not having a job.
Yeah. Oh my god, we were
like
we were
unemployed
hooligans.
girlies. Yeah. Like not having a job and not knowing as many people out there. I have noticed whenever I go out, like, I don't have the intention to flirt with anyone.
Yeah.
And normally, like, I would.
I love to flirt.
Yeah. And, like, I know that I'm pretty. So, some people have tried to talk to me, and I'm just like, here's Mindy. Have you met Mindy?
Give me a free drink.
Yes. So, I don't know. I have noticed, like, relationship weight gain is a real thing. And I've been learning how to, like, accept that. And that's been hard for me because weight gain has always been, like, not a trigger, but it makes me uncomfortable. Because of the relationships I've had with my body of just, like, being vulnerable and liking it at all stages instead of the one that I want it to look like, you know? How do you feel being single, Miss Carly?
So, slay. Okay, anyone and everyone who knows me knows that I am chronically single. I have never been in a relationship before, and that used to bother me a lot. I feel like everywhere I go, all my friends are always in relationships. Like, that's how I felt in high school. Not as much in high school, but in college, I feel like most of my friends were in relationships. My sister has always been in relationships. My best friends from home. Now you are. So I feel like I'm always constantly, like, third wheeling or fifth wheeling even sometimes, which can be hard sometimes.
Yeah. Do you feel like your friends in relationships make it a priority to not make you feel like that?
A lot of them, yes.
Yeah, I try to.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I
You
really
do.
try
Trudy
to.
does.
Yeah.
Bond
Sometimes
does.
I forget that Dylan is there.
Yeah.
But, like, he knows my relationship with Mindy, so
Yes.
I'm like, Mindy is a priority to me as well.
I make sure that my friends, like, know that I'm there. Like, Anna James.
Yeah.
We, if they're listening to this right now,
Hey, besties.
I love you guys. We choose to sleep in the same bed when they're on vacation. There's fully, like, when we went to, visited Honolulu 2 summers ago, there's fully, like, 2 beds, but we just all slept on one bed.
Just like your mom and dad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't want to make this, like, a weird, like, couples vacation plus me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love my friends for that. And as I was saying, like, it used to bother me a lot that I was never in a relationship. Like, I used to have these thoughts of, like, oh, like, am I not good enough? Or, like, what's wrong with me? And shit like that, which nothing is wrong with you. Don't think like that.
No.
I think, especially since I've moved here, I've really enjoyed to love time by myself. I've literally been doing whatever the fuck I want, especially now that I have a car. The first time I've ever owned a car. I literally be doing whatever the fuck I want.
It's your life.
Exactly.
It's
and
your
like,
car.
It's my car. It's literally, I'm in Hawaii, like, why the fuck not? I've been thinking about this a lot recently, where I feel like I love in a different way than a lot of people do, in that I love so deeply I've never experienced romantic love, but I feel like I've been in love before with like my friends, with like
100%. I like when people love deeply.
Yeah,
I think it shows another side of them.
Yeah.
And it's like vulnerable.
Yeah.
And like the friends that I have that are maybe a little bit more closed off, I know how deeply they love because I've talked to them.
Yeah.
And like having conversations with people who like are so loud with their love versus like more quiet and like internalized, and it's like the smaller things.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see like the similarities and like the big differences.
Yeah.
It's cool that people love differently. And learning other people's love languages, I think, is a very important aspect in any relationship, not even romantic.
Yeah.
Like, you should know your friends' love languages. Yeah. It's nice to do nice things for your friends. And
absolutely. You should be treating your friends the same way you're treating your romantic partner.
So, yeah, absolutely. And your SO should definitely be treating your friends the way they treat you. Not in the sense of, like, romantically, but, like, with kindness.
Yes.
And, like, Dylan bought Mindy flowers the other day, and I was like, I want to get those for her.
It was Karina's idea.
Yeah,
but she
he
doesn't
paid
have
for
money.
it. Yep. he paid for it, so
so it was a group effort.
exactly.
Appreciate it.
And I don't know. I just think like romantic relationships and even platonic ones like are so important.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. I feel like those people who, once they get in a relationship, they forget about like all their friends. I just don't agree with that.
I think that they've always wanted a romantic relationship because they think it'll fix them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in reality, your partner is not there to fix you. Yeah. They're there to add to your cup.
Yeah.
And they should not be draining you.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to Mindy today about how some people don't like their boyfriends. Like, they straight up do not like their boyfriends. And sometimes their boyfriends don't like them. Yeah. But it's like, I think, a fear of being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it can be scary to be alone with your thoughts, especially if you've never done that before. Like, I think everyone needs to be alone with their thoughts and to really understand themselves. And you don't need to be healed to be in a relationship, but I think you should be aware of the things that make you you.
Yeah.
And it's hard to identify triggers sometimes, but your partner should be somebody who you can like talk this shit out with.
Yeah. Some people just settle. And me and Carina, we are not those girls. we are not those girls. And like,
those girlies.
I feel like I've always had high standards.
Period. Keep them up.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
For friends too.
Yeah.
And
100%.
yeah.
You are a reflection of who you hang out with.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm a big believer.
Friends, also like work environments, my like bosses and stuff. I'm like,
it makes such a big difference.
if you're not treating me right, I'm gonna quit. I'll find another job.
Literally. That's something I really admire about Mindy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know what I deserve.
Exactly. Period. Yeah, I haven't been in a relationship since I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in college because I saw how many people just like talked to each other.
Yeah.
And when things would end badly, I knew it would like it wasn't necessarily my relationship, but some of my friends, I would see their relationships end, and then an ugly side of the guy would come out, and like I didn't really want to deal with that because Ox is so small.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like I had my little woohoos every once in a while, but like I really wasn't interested in fooling around with people.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't interested in getting into a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like since I'm a survivor, like I need to be with somebody who I trust and helps me trust my own body. Absolutely. And even if that's just like hooking up, like I need to feel safe. And like I think I always envied people in college who could just like hook up with whoever because like they were drunk and they wanted to. I literally was like, damn, I wish I could do that. But I just knew from my own body and my own trauma, like I couldn't.
Yeah.
And
I mean, honestly, you were not missing out on like much at all. Like,
yeah. Did you feel good after you hooked up with random people the next day?
Sometimes not. Sometimes not.
Okay.
Sometimes it was neutral.
Okay.
Sometimes, very rarely, yes.
Okay.
Very rarely, meaning like one or two people.
Okay. Yeah.
Who I think do you?
I know one of them.
Okay.
From here.
Yeah.
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 And then who's the other one?
Okay, one.
Oh.
One person. one man. Sometimes I'd be like, haha, it was funny, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's rarely like, that was nice.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
I feel like maybe it's just been my experience, but like drunk hookups feel very transactional. At least for the guy, because like how often am I actually coming when I'm hooking with a drunk man?
So true.
You think there's a difference between like making love and having sex? Even if you're not in love?
Okay.
Or if you just really like somebody?
I go back and forth between this. Like, sometimes I'm like, sex has meaning. Like, sometimes I'm like, from now on, I just want to, like, have sex with, like, someone who actually cares about me, or someone, like, if I'm in a relationship, But then other times I'm like, oh, fuck it. Like, why is it? It's not that deep, you know? So I kind of go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think you could find a middle ground of like having sex with somebody you actually like?
yeah.
Yeah. Like just literally having sex with somebody you like because it feels good.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that. I'm in a weird, like, I don't know. For me, this is kind of off topic, but kind of not. I just hate dating apps, like, a lot. I, like, really do. And I
don't blame you.
I try my hardest to like them. I don't know, but I just know they're not for me, and I keep downloading them thinking it'll change, and then it just never does. I just think it's, like, too much pressure.
Really?
To, like, yeah. Like, for me, I'm like, I'd rather, like, be friends with someone first and, like, go from there.
Yeah.
And, like, with dating apps, I feel like it's a pressure to, like, either be romantic with them or nothing at all. And, like, not a friend.
It's crazy how, like, rare it is to see men, like, actually treating their woman right. Or their partner right.
Yeah.
Like, you see all those TikToks that are, like, making fun of their partners. I'm like, if Dylan ever did that, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed off. And he knows that. I'm very vocal about that. But, like, those TikToks that are, like, POV, my girl doesn't know how to parallel park, so he's, like, going down the hallway, like, dragging his feet, like, rolling his eyes. I was like, okay. Your girl's probably hot if she doesn't know how to parallel park.
So true.
Or, like, the one that's, like, on my way to ask my girl to be my Valentine, and
I
rolling
know.
their eyes.
I'm like,
you do not deserve to be with a bad bitch.
No.
Straight up. And the woman or partner, you need to realize they shouldn't be doing that.
No.
They shouldn't be doing that.
I like relationships like that. I'm like,
it doesn't make me feel good.
No.
Those gender roles.
And like those men who like, or boys who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know why they're in relationships.
Because they're lonely. Yeah. And because they want an emotional teddy bear.
That's so true. Because boys don't know how to talk about their emotions, and they can't do it with other guys because that's bad. Yeah, toxic masculinity. Yeah. One time I was hooking up with someone in college, and he was trauma dumping. Yes, you know,
not the time or the place.
Yeah. Okay. And he was sharing like childhood trauma, like really
very intimate, traumatizing,
like really bad stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, like you should see a therapist. Yeah. And then he was like, those don't work.
Sometimes I'm like, it's okay. I think people need to be reminded, men, boys, the male, cis men. That's how I'll phrase it. Yeah. You need to remember that, like, talking about your emotions is a normal thing. Mm-hmm. It's good for you. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel better.
Yes, absolutely.
And learning how to cope with your emotions instead of getting blackout drunk, or using other substances, you might feel a little bit better. And sometimes you use because you don't want to feel, and that's normal. Well, it's not normal, but I'm like, in my brain, it's normal.
It's become normalized.
Yes, it has become normalized. However, there are other ways to cope. And I know a lot of people go to the gym to deal with their emotions. That's not the same thing, though. It's really
about this in psych of addiction.
Yeah, like, literally. Like, having an outlet, a physical outlet is awesome because you're getting your heart rate up, you're moving, like, endorphins are pew, pew, pew. Yeah. You're not actually vocalizing or verbalizing what's going on.
You have to process that shit. Like, say it out loud. But find the right time and place for that with the right people, too.
With safe people.
Yeah. Because I barely knew this guy. Yeah. Like, we were, like, friendly. But, like,
but it was not the time or the place. And even if you had known him well, that's not the time or place. Yeah. That's not the time or place.
And also, maybe ask me, too, because that could have been triggering for me.
Exactly. Like, that's another aspect, I think, of consent. Not even just physical. It's, like, emotional. And, like, SJ and I, whenever we have stuff going on in our life, and honestly, I try to do this with all my friends, but I'll literally be like, hi, can I vent? Are you in the space to vent? Yeah. Like, can I share, like, some traumatic stuff and, like, regarding blank, blank, blank? And I think, like, a lot of my female friends, or, like, my friends who are women identifying or non-binary, whatever, like we've learned how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand why that's not a common thing for guys to do.
Because that's just admitting that they want to be vulnerable.
Do you want to be in a relationship? You kind of touched on it.
Yeah, I'll talk more about it. Right now, if the right I mean, I know everyone says this, but I'm like, if the right person is here, then
What does the right person look
someone who like gets me.
like?
Like, I know that's very vague, but I feel like
But sometimes you just click with people.
yeah, when I think about my friendships that work so well, it's just the people who like get me, like get
Yeah.
me.
Do you think that has to do with like acceptance or having similar experiences?
I think mostly like acceptance, non-judgmental.
Yeah.
Like having similar experiences can be very helpful too. I don't think that's totally necessary. Yeah, I don't know. Like someone who just like sees me and like is like, yes, it's
Yeah.
so true. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm a very like eccentric person, quirky. Tell me about outfits. Like I don't know. I have a lot of little quirks, and like I feel like a lot of them, people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you need people in your life to like
be like so true.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Like just like let me do my things
Yeah.
without like really explaining it.
Yeah.
And like just like a certain comfort. Like some
Yeah.
people, like when I first meet them, I like feel so comfortable around them already.
Yeah.
And those are like friendships that like last so
Forever.
long.
Yeah.
My soulmates.
Yeah. When Dylan and I started dating, you know how I was hyper fixated on woohoo.
Yeah.
He told me that was one of the things he really liked about me.
Aww.
I was
like, cause I be saying stuff repeatedly.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know. Like, hey, wahoo. I don't know. But, and I just say them without like assuming that everyone else knows
Yeah.
them.
Same. I'll be like, slay.
Yeah, and then people are like, what? And I'm like, no, you gotta
do it with me.
Okay, I have other. I went on a date with this guy. I was really drunk. I tried to climb a fence. He kind of just looked at me and like was like he was like fine with it. He was like, haha, but like he was just standing there.
Yeah.
I want someone to climb the fence with me. Like that's the type of guy I want. That's the type of relationship I need.
Oh my god! Announcement. I think I'm gonna start using the she/they series. I just don't think gender is real, but like I do, but like I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to be identified as like a person.
Yeah.
Who has not been over sexualized, and I'm just a person.
She slays.
She slays.
Woohoo!
I don't think. I forgot what I was gonna say, but basically, I don't think that I was ready to be in a relationship in college, and after I had a conversation with the guy, it felt like a release.
Yeah.
It literally felt like a release of okay, like somebody who hurt me and harmed me is able to apologize, and that means somebody who has not harmed me and is in a relationship with me and loves me is able to like give me love, and not all men are going to do that. Yeah, and that's taken me a long time to process.
Right. It takes time.
It takes
and
so
everyone
much time.
works at different pieces. Like everyone's mind, just like
especially with trauma.
Yeah,
it takes time.
Something else that I realized recently is in college, I thought that I was ready for a relationship, and I think that's why I really wanted one and was sad that I wasn't in one. But I think since coming here and like being away from a school environment, I've realized that I really did not like myself. And I really was very insecure previously. I think therapy and my antidepressants have helped
We love
her
so
so much. And I feel like this is like one of the first times where or the first time in a while that I truly love myself and am very happy with my life. Granted, of course, things happen, like,
Not just life.
ups and downs, but like in general, like my life, I feel very content with, and I kind of just want to like bask in that for a little bit longer and like by myself and just like appreciate it before like.
Do you think that will go away if you have a partner?
I don't think so, but there are like, I don't think the self-love will go away.
Okay.
My general happiness. There are risks in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Being in a relationship.
Yep, especially when people grow up differently than you and in different environments. And like Dylan and I'm from LA. He's from kind of all over, but grew up a lot in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So like growing up in the South and in the military, and then me being Japanese and white and from LA, and like just the background that I have, like he's Filipino and white, but like it's so different in LA versus the South.
Absolutely.
And I think in a relationship, I've realized that I put myself first, and Dylan, he doesn't come second. He's a priority. It's like I know that I have to make myself happy. Yeah. And he is not the only source of my happiness.
Yeah, that's good to know, because a lot of, or some people in relationships, like rely so heavily on their partners, which I think is unhealthy.
Yeah, literally.
And like their self-worth on their partners. Exactly. And I used to like get really upset if like I got rejected by someone and like be like, oh, why don't they like me, blah blah blah. And like I've come to realize if someone rejects me, it's not meant to be. I'm a bad bitch. I'll find someone else.
Period. It's not a reflection of you.
Yeah, no.
It's a reflection of what they want.
Yeah, what they want. And like it's just not meant to be, and it might not work out, and that's okay, because there are other people who will love you for you. Exactly. And will accept you for you.
Exactly. Here we are, living, laughing, loving.
Slaying. Okay. To end the podcast, who's your special shout out of the week?
Ooh, my special shout out of the week. I'm gonna go with Dylan.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I'm gonna go with Dylan.
Yeah.
He made us dinner last night. It was super yummy. He made us shrimp pancit.
Yeah.
Pancit. It's this Filipino noodles. I have been really wanting him to like reconnect, I think, with his Filipino culture. Yeah. So I've been like, hey, we should make our cultural food. So it's really cool.
Yeah. My special shout out, I have kind of an extensive list this week.
Piranhas.
Carina, Bonnie, my mommy, my Jessica's at work.
Slay. You had a long week.
I had a very terrible week. I had a really bad week. I don't know what happened, but I think it was a mix of hormones and stress and
it was things stacking on.
Yeah, just work was not my work life was not great last week. I literally had a mental breakdown for like 4 days in a row. Had 2 mental health days last week. So I only went to work 2 days last week. But all the people I just mentioned have supported me so much. Me and Carina were like sitting in the kitchen like crying. I cried a lot last week. I was just going through a hard time. I feel so much better now. I think I just needed to let it out and like rant, just because I feel like I've been low-key feeling that way for the past few months.
Mm-hmm. The way we work with these kids, I feel like we kind of talked about this last time.
Yeah.
We love them no matter what, even though they make us really angry.
Yeah. And it's literally like having a child.
It's literally like having a kid, and sometimes, honestly, you just need a break.
Yeah. And it's like, I just needed to like walk away and be like, it's just a job. And I know it's like more than that because it's, but like at the end of the day,
it's just a job.
It's a job. I was talking to Bonnie. I was like, I wish like there was like an obvious thing to do. Like I like want to like stay with her, but I also like don't know if I can. Like I wish there was like a right thing to do.
Capacity.
Yeah, and she was like, there is no right thing to do. Like life will adjust to whatever choice you make, and the universe will find its way.
Exactly. What is meant for you will always find you, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. Yeah. And even if it's not what you wanted.
Yeah. So I was feeling very supported this week because I feel like the past few months I've kind of been like la la la, like no thoughts. Like honestly, I feel like I've been giving a lot of advice recently, and it's like so hard to listen to your own advice when you're stuck in the moment.
Yeah.
And like I knew that like I was like trying to like back up and like listen to my own advice, but I just couldn't. So like just having that support system
and like validation.
Yeah, validation is so important. That's why relationships are important. Platonic, romantic, whatever you need.
Relationship with your animals.
We went to the animal shelter on Friday, which also helped me so much.
Yes.
And I just like was like, I need a pet. Like I think just coming home from our job and just like having another being there, and the relationship with yourself is the most important
thing. Yes. How you treat yourself, I think, is a reflection of how you treat others.
Yeah.
And even if you treat others very kindly and nicely, I think in the long run, you need to have the best relationship with yourself. Yeah. Because even if you treat others nicely, you might get a rewarding feeling for a second, but then you would be like, well, why don't people treat me like that?
Yeah.
When in reality,
I used to think that way. I was like, I'm so nice to my random people or like my friends, and like I don't feel the same love back.
Yeah.
But like,
so then when you start giving it to yourself, it's like, who gives a fuck if I get it back?
Literally.
Because I'm nice to me.
Yeah, and exactly. And I'm like, if these random people don't give me compliments or whatever, like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And if they're mean to me, then like that's on them. That's their insecurity. Like, if they don't like me, fuck that.
Yeah, literally. And Mindy's better than me because I'll fight. Because if they're mean to me, I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm like, la la la.
Yeah.
Whatever. Lisa.
You deserve to be in good relationships.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Find love in your life.
Wherever that comes.
Wherever. Like genuine love. And every relationship is different.
And what you want in the relationship, you can ask for. If you think that waking up to like a morning text is the best feeling in the world, your partner should be doing that.
Yeah. Tell them.
But they can't read your mind.
Yeah.
So you gotta tell them.
Communication.
Bye guys. Bye besties.
Come on.
I think that you should do it because I can't get over there.
Okay. I be sweating.